All right, old school NBA fans, self-researched NBA facts. Got another video for you. As always, thanks to anybody who watches my videos, subscribes to my channel. I really appreciate it. This video here, I knew a lot of this information, but I didn't know all of it. I was going over it, and I came to a realization on a couple of things, which is just crazy. But okay, so much talk is made from the media about Michael Jordan, couldn't win until Scottie Pippen got there. And I've done a few videos on this. And I believe it's pure coincidence what happened. Pippen contributed, marginal stuff, 7.9 points a game. He was the number 7 players in minutes played his rookie year. He progressively got better, though. You could see that definitely Michael Jordan should get a good amount of credit for the development of Pippen. But when the Bulls were playing teams that were probably superior to their own by record, by, just better players, whatever you want to say, Scottie Pippen was not amazing. Let me tell you. He did great against teams that he was supposed to beat, but not really so much against the superior, better teams. Like, for example, his rookie year, 1988. Now, Pippen's a fully developed 22-year-old rookie, his rookie year. He wasn't 19, 20, no. He was a 4-year college player. In 1988, the closeout game against Detroit, Scottie Pippen only took 11 shots. And he was playing more in the playoffs at that point. They saw that he was, probably one of their 5 best players, even as a rookie. He goes 5 for 11, which is okay, I guess, 45.5%. He shot no free throws, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 4 turnovers, a total of 11 points. Now, to me, that's what you'd expect from like a 6th man, 7th man, something like that. All right, it's okay. In the 1989 closeout game, now again, this is a superior team, Cleveland. They were 10 wins better than the Bulls. They were the number 1 net rated team in the NBA. In the closeout game, the game that Jordan hit the shot, Pippen goes 4 for 14. That's 28.6% from the field. 3 for 8 from the line. So he goes 28.6 from the field, 37.5 from the free throw line. In 1989, the closeout game in the Eastern Conference Finals against Detroit, he played 1 minute, took an elbow to the forehead, had a contusion, and did not return for the rest of the game. I mean, that's rotten. Don't you agree? I mean, that sucks. Do I think that another player would have come back in that situation? I do. I just think Pippen was a little soft then. I think, by his prime or whatever, he did toughen up. But that's just not good. Okay, then 1990, we know about the migraine game. He goes 1 for 10, right? 1 for 10. That's not good. In the 1991 closeout game against Detroit, now they're already up 3-0, all that. But I don't know if it was in his head or whatever the situation was. But he was 7 for 18 shooting, 38.9%. And they're already up 3-0. He was 9 for 12 from the free throw line. And that definitely helped him out a lot. Got him to 23 points. So, if you add up 1988, 89, 90, and 91, those 4 games, the closeout games in those 4 years versus Detroit, Scottie Pippen averaged 9 points per game on 13 of 39 shooting. That's 33.3%, 4 rebounds, and 3.5 assists. Now, I know, right away you're going to say, well, the game in 89, he took the elbow in the head, he only played 1 minute. That's going to drag his averages down. True. However, he played in that game. And he started. He took, being available is certainly part of it. I know it was unfortunate, whatever. But even if you take that out, okay, he averages 12 points a game. The percentages are the same because he took the exact same amount of shots. So instead of 4 rebounds a game over the course of, he got 16 total rebounds. So he'd get 5 1/3 rebounds instead. That's what he averaged in those games. So I would say that Pippen, when he was against a team that was probably superior, he just didn't have that kind of mental fortitude to dig deep and overcome. He just didn't. Okay, so we'll fast forward. I believe Pippen's prime was between 91 and 93. Those 3 years. That was his prime. Now, I know about 94 and 95. He did really good with the MVP voting and all that kind of stuff. In 94, Jordan's not even there. That Game 7 against the Knicks, do or die. Pippen goes 8 for 22, 1 for 6 3-point shot, and 3 for 6 at the free throw line. So, to me, that's not really that good of numbers. He did have a lot of rebounds and that kind of thing, but he just didn't shoot good. He just didn't. In 95 Orlando series, Game 6, he did shoot pretty good. He went 8 for 15. 9 for 12 at the line. That's what gave him his point total looking pretty good at 26 points. He had 6 assists, 4 turnovers. In the 96 closeout game against Orlando, he had 12 points. And by this time, by 96, I believe his peak is done. He's on the downslide. And the same thing applied about the superior team. 96 Orlando, Game 4. Pippen goes 4 for 11, 12 points. That's 36.4 from the field, 3 for 6 free throws, 5 assists, 4 turnovers. All right. In the 96 finals, Game 6. Now, Jordan didn't have a good game at all, but he hit 11 out of 12 from the line. Jordan just didn't shoot well, but he did play good. Jordan was only 5 for 19, 20, but he had 22 points, 11 for 12 from the line, 9 rebounds and 7 assists. So he made up for it in other areas. He had a pretty good game other than shooting from the field. What they did was they put Peyton up on him tight, and then if he took one dribble, the second man came over. Go watch the tape. You don't believe me. That's exactly what their game plan was. Same one the Knicks employed, the same one the Pistons employed. And it was effective at times. The same one the Miami Heat employed in the late 90s. Pat Riley was the coach then too. Watch the tape. I've seen these games even recently, so I know what I'm talking about. But anyway, Scottie Pippen goes 7 for 17, 17 points, had no free throws, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, less rebounds and assists than Jordan did. But just because Jordan's shooting bad doesn't mean Pippen has to too. But he did. Kind of counting on him like, hey, Jordan's not hitting his shot. We need you tonight, Scotty. And, he did probably the best he could, 7 for 17. But Jordan was guarding Hersey Hawkins. Hersey Hawkins got 4 points on 2 for 6 shooting. Jordan completely shut that guy right down. He got nothing. Pippen was assigned Detlef Schrempf. Detlef Schrempf got 23 points, 9 of 17 shooting, which is 52.9% from the field. So on all aspects of the game, Pippen did not really have a very good game. Not really. Okay, in 1997, the closeout game against Miami in the Eastern Conference Finals, Game 5. Pippen only played 6 minutes and 48 seconds. All right? He had 2 points on 2 free throws. He had no field goal attempts, what have you. Now, Pippen gone after less than 7 minutes. It's like, oh man, what are the Bulls going to do? They were at home, but there's no Pippen there. What are they going to do? Well, the bench filled in, scoring 33 points. So that more than made up for it. In fact, they scored 100 points, their highest score of the whole series, and Pippen was barely involved. He scored two points. Now, am I saying that the Bulls didn't need Pippen? I wouldn't go that far, but I'm just saying, like, some of this stuff makes you wonder if at stretches they could have gotten by without him. The game before, in game 4, the one that Miami actually won to avoid being swept in the 97 Eastern Conference Finals, Scottie Pippen scored 14 points on 5 of 17 shooting, and the bench in that one only scored 12 points. So I'm just saying, like, the bench saw an opportunity, they stepped up. All right, in 97 Finals, Game 6, the closeout game, Jordan scored, I think, 39 points. It was like 43% of the team's offense. Anyway, Pippen, in that game, he goes 6 for 17 from the field. He did hit 10 of 12 free throws, which saved his point total, which was 23. He had 2 assists and 5 turnovers. So overall, other than the free throw line, Pippen did not have a good game at all. And that was the 97 Finals, Game 6, the closeout game. Jordan won that game for him, no doubt. Pippen, his defense and all that, but all around, he really didn't have a good game. Now, 1998 Eastern Conference Finals, Game 7. Again, Jordan did not have a great game either, but Pippen goes 6 for 18 from the field, 17 points, 0 for 5 three-pointers, 5 for 9 from the free throw line. He's just not coming through with even, a good game, let alone a great game in these big games against, really good competition. He's just not. And again, Pippen could have really helped out. He didn't. And 1998, this is the 1998 Finals. The Bulls are up 3-1. A chance to win it in Chicago. Jordan didn't have a good shooting game either. They made a concerted effort. Somebody else is going to beat us. It's not going to be Jordan. He didn't have a good game. So Pippen had a chance to do something. He doesn't have to have a bad game because Jordan's having a bad game, but it seemed like that always happened. Game 5 of the 98 Finals against Utah, Scottie Pippen goes 2 for 16, 0 for 7 from three-point land, 6 points. That's what happened. The Bulls got beat, and Utah forced it back to Utah for Game 6. And then in Game 6, Pippen said he jammed his back, I think, on the first play or something. I think his back was already acting up a little bit, but it was over after I did a dunk or something and jammed his back, is the exact words he used. He was finished. So he finished 4 for 7, 8 points. So that means in the last 2 games of the 98 Finals, Scottie Pippen gave you 14 points. He hit 6 field goals. He shot 6 for 23. I mean, this is what it is. And this is what I always say to people. I said, Pippen defensively, he was really good. No doubt about it. He had the long arms. He's a good on-ball defender. He got into passing lanes and all that. Absolutely. But offensively, after about, I'd say 95 for sure. But even in 94, 95, there were moments, like I showed that he wouldn't come through. That Orlando series, I mean, there were games in there he was just terrible. But overall, Pippen's prime lasted about 5 years, 91 to 95. After that, it went on the down slope. It just did. Whenever there was a big game against good competition, a team that, could potentially beat them if they were sleepwalking through it, well, guess what? A couple times, some teams got closer than they probably would have liked. And, Pippen didn't step up, Now, he did have games and all that kind of stuff, but it just seemed the vital games, closeout games, when you have a chance to finish off a team, that kind of thing. He didn't. He just did not come through at all offensively. I mean, he had an overall decent game because of his defense, sure, but offensively, I mean, he just didn't have that clutch gene and all that. And look, Scottie Pippen was definitely vital to their success. And, you know, a lot of people have argued that another player of around his caliber would have sufficed. And we're never going to know the truth to that. I just know that when it came to, you know, we need a big game out of you, Scotty. We got to have it, you know, in a situation like some of these here. He just didn't come through. I mean, averaging 9 points a game in 4 closeout games against the Pistons, and people have the nerve to say that Michael Jordan couldn't win until Pippen got there. He needed those 9 points a game. And I mean, these are closeout games. And Jordan actually played well in most of those games. So anyway, I had this information. I don't know if everybody just realized how bad he was in some of these series and games. He wasn't great, you know. And Jordan had some struggles too, no doubt, at times. But when it went back against the wall kind of thing, I mean, he dug deep and always did enough, you know, to pull the game out, you know, to will the team on his back, that kind of thing. But, you know, Pippen just was not that kind of player. It would have made things easier for Jordan. I mean, Michael Jordan had 6 teammates in his whole career get him 30 points or more. You know, and a lot of times when Jordan was struggling, you know, sure, there's exceptions, but he wasn't shooting 35 shots. I mean, there was a couple where that happened, sure. But most of the time he was struggling, he didn't shoot as much. He'd be in that 17 to 22 shot range because the shot just wasn't falling. So he would try to do other things, get other players involved, you know, facilitate, get rebounds. That happened a lot. But, you know, Pippen just wasn't that kind of guy. You know what I mean? But anyway. All right, that's all I got for this video. If you liked it, please hit the like button. And till next time.